Hi everybody, this is Jason Matthews, your financial guru, President and CEO of Matthews Financial Insurance Solutions. Today, we just came around the Lake Merritt, asking people how they truly feel about the economy, what's going on, how it's affecting their pocketbook, and where they think things are headed towards. Hope you guys really enjoy this and really get more informed about how the average American feel about what's going on right now. Hope you have a good day.
I think that when things will rebound quickly when the lockdowns end.
Okay.
And I think the lockdowns have gone on for too long. You know,
Right.
I keep hearing about increase in cases, but I'm not hearing about increases in hospitalizations and deaths as a result of the virus.
Got it, okay.
So I think Alameda County in particular is dragging this on a little too long.
How I feel about the economy. I'm concerned about the economy. I think the economy is going to take a hit. The part that really troubles me is that the people who can least afford to get lost in the economy or get set back will be set back. As a black man in the Bay Area, I think about equity, and not just racial equity, but green equity. I'm really concerned about black homeowners and the loss of wealth and housing and stability for their families, our families.
Right.
So on a personal level, how I feel about the economy is that right now I don't have a job. I used to work permanently 10 years ago, and I started 2 years ago. I stopped working, and so it's really difficult right now to find a job for myself and for other people, I think. So I decided to go back to school instead of waiting around.
Right.
Yeah, it's kind of emotional, sorry, because it's difficult to see so much poverty right now.
Right.
You know, people are in the streets. There's a lot of homelessness. People are suffering a lot of trauma because it's difficult, you know. Like, you come to this country thinking that you can do better, right? For some people that are migrating or immigrating. Or you like born here, you think, you know, that your parents did enough for you to put you on the right track, but it's not so. It's difficult, you know.
Yeah.
And there's very limited support from where we used to get support, like from the government. You know, surpluses are not gonna be enough for rent in the area. $1,200 is not gonna be enough for the rent, for food. And then people talk about permaculture as like a solution, like build your own societies and systems. That's gonna take a long time, you know, because we don't have infrastructures that direct us towards that way. Like, there's not educational systems that help us with alternatives to the economy. I guess that's how I feel about it.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Well, I think the economy is not really good right now at this moment. Because I think a lot of the business suffering terribly, especially the people who own small restaurants and grocery stores. Poor people is the one who's suffering more than anyone else. The rich they don't really matter. They don't care. We have anything to eat. They don't really care, as long as they have a big table and big food in their tables.
All right, so thoughts on the economy. Are we talking post-pandemic or pre-pandemic? Because I believe before the
Talk about both.
All right, well, before the pandemic, obviously, I had record high 401ks. I was happy. Post-pandemic, it took a hit. I think a lot of people took a hit. Those that had their own personal businesses, it's just been shattered. And I think we're all recuperating from this loss and this time. It's been a great deal of stress on a lot of families. But, you know, like Americans do, we bounce back. So those are just my thoughts.
I think it sucks for a lot of people because a lot of people have been, a lot of people have lost their jobs because of this pandemic. Fortunately for me, that hasn't been my situation for my household. Like, my husband has worked every day since this pandemic. We've been able to bring in income and still be fine. So, I mean, it's a sad situation for those that have been affected. I mean, but we're blessed, so.
And not just that, the market too, prior to all of this going on, the market wide open has changed so much in good ways, but we're losing a lot of our businesses as well. African American businesses are being pushed out, we can't afford it. And then you also have everybody that moved from San Francisco moving down here but didn't really know the culture here. So it's very interesting to see how the change. There's good and bad to it though.
Yeah.
Yeah. But can we afford to live out here anymore? Right.
Right.
So that's really affecting me as the market more than anything.
Okay, so before the virus came about, the economy was on like record highs and hitting record peaks, and kind of you think of that as the point where you might be thinking to kind of draw down a bit and pull profits. Then the coronavirus hit. I think it was a play to drag the economy down so that the people with most money could grab up all the small businesses and maybe homes that people are losing and stocks at a cheaper rate in order to buy low. Obviously, if it slams to the floor, you use that money to drag the economy back up. Even with all the bad news, I think the economy priced in the recovery of the from the coronavirus maybe a couple weeks ago, maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago. They already priced that in, so it's shooting through the roof right now. But I think to end the week and maybe the start of next week, you should see more of a drawback and more of the same as far as pulling the profits again, because we're almost maybe 10 or 15% off of the highs from December and January. So we're right up there, almost to where we were before the virus and the pandemic popped. So.
Yeah, I think the economy has to get going again. You know, no matter what happens with the virus, there's not the support for the people who are sick or out of work. You run out of resources to support those people. So I think it's eventually going to be take your chances, go back to work, and I hope you don't get the virus. And there's going to be like survival of the fittest. That's my opinion. I hope I'm wrong. I hope the virus disappears and slowly people can go back to work. But I think eventually they're going to have to go back to work to support services.